Lesson number 10. In lesson number 10, we are going to extend the chords that we learnt into another way of playing, into another mode of playing. So that is playing the chords on the keyboard using the accompaniment feature. So what is this? I am going to explain to you. It's a very simple understanding that you should get. So let us discuss that and learn it in lesson number 10. Let's get inside the lesson. In lesson number 10, we are going to learn about the keyboard accompaniment chords. So what is now a keyboard accompaniment chords? We learned chords in general, what it is, like for any other instrument we need. We have learned the main topic, chords. But what is keyboard accompaniment chords? Keyboard accompaniment chords is a feature that is only available on the keyboards. So this you cannot go and find it on a piano or an accordion or a harmonium. You cannot find this option. This is only available in the keyboard, electronic keyboard. What is this option? As per the keyboard accompaniment option, there is a button or there is a switch called as accompaniment. So in some keyboards they are called as chord accompaniment. In other keyboards they are called as just accompaniment. It will be always located near the rhythm section of the keyboard. Mostly to the left side of the keyboard you will find a button which is named as keyboard accompaniment or ACMP, or in other some keyboards it will be as Casio chords or accompaniment chords. These are the different names in different models they use, but they all have the same feature. So let us look at what are keyboard accompaniment chords. When you turn on that accompaniment chord, your first octave plus the second octave till the note F. Okay, this is the first octave and till the note F. I will show you the difference here. Without the accompaniment on, it sounds like this. The notes will be sounding like this. But the moment I turn on the accompaniment, the sound gets like this. This is the accompaniment mode. When you turn on accompaniment mode, what it does is it brings in other instrument voices into this section. Generally from the first octave C till second octave F. You have that. You can see here. After the second octave F, it's going to be normal for playing our melody. In this mode also we can play the chords in an easy manner. But however, learning the way we learnt in the last lesson is the most perfect way of playing chords. Here it is for beginners who can just who have not learned the chords fully and they are just wanting to use this type of chord playing. To play major chords with chord accompaniment feature, all that you have to do is just play the note of that chord. For example, if you want to play major chords, you just play C for C major. For F major, you just play F. One finger is enough. If you want to play A major, A is enough. To play F major, F is enough. If you want to play E major, one finger, E major. For E major, one finger, E is enough. This way, it makes the process easy for a absolute beginner. But over the time, anyhow, you have to learn the chords to be played with all three fingers, like this. And this is the most accurate way of playing the chords. But we have to also know what other options are available in the keyboard. So keyboard accompaniment chords are useful in that way. So to play the major chords, just play the note, whichever chords you want. Let's once again put that together. To play G major, play G note. To play F major, play F note. To play C major, play C note. This is for major chords. What if we want to play the minor chords? Let's have a look at it. When we want to play minor chords, you need to play chord note, that is the, for example, if you want to play A minor, the chord note is A. Along with that, you play the third note of that chord. For example, A minor notes are A, C, E. So play the first note and the third note, that is the C note. So when you play two notes, that gives you a minor chord. Usually this can be confirmed also looking at the display. When you look at the display, that will show you with that name AM or whatever chord we are playing, that name will be displayed. So if you want to play G minor, we play G and B flat. If you want to play D minor, we play D and F. If I want to play E minor, I play the two notes E and G. If I want to play C minor, C and E flat. If I want to play F minor, F and A flat. If I want to play B minor, I play B and D. So here for minors we need to use two notes. This arrangement that I showed with two fingers or two notes is mainly for the Yamaha keyboard. Whereas when if you go to the Casio keyboard, the Casio company keyboard, or some other like Roland or Korg, they have their own different methods for playing the minor chords. They slightly differ, however there are just two. Maybe some keyboards I have seen to play C minor, they will use C and B. Okay, that's not in Yamaha but for some other. You have to look at the manual in your keyboard to find out exactly what is the method used in that particular keyboard by the company. So general idea is to play the first and the third note of the chord. If that doesn't work, you just have to look at the manual how that particular company has mapped these minor chords. So for major, you just have to play the chord, for example A major, chord note A. For A minor, it will be the first and the third note, 1, 2, 3, A and C. For E minor, it would be E and G. For E major, it would be only E. Okay. There is another category of chords which is called as seventh chords. So this is used in pop music and also jazz and rock music. So for seventh chords, you have to play again two notes. Here I have listed 4 common seventh chords which will be useful in the beginning of the keyboard playing. So the first one is G7. G7 is F and G played together. Okay. Then D7. D7 is D and C played together. Then we have A7, A and G played together. Finally, we have E7, D and E played together. So these are the most common seventh chords for the beginner music. That's the reason I have only listed these 4 chords. In this lesson, I just wanted to let you know how keyboard accompaniment chords can be useful for beginners, and this option is also available in the keyboard playing. So as you play the manual chords like this, the full chords, you can also use the accompaniment chords. Okay, so please go check out this option in your keyboard and try playing the keyboard accompaniment chords also whenever it is needed.